Hello students, in this video I am going to teach you about network topology and I have given you few concepts like what are network topology, how many types of network topologies are there, what are the terminologies related to network, what is a network and how a network helps to share the resources and use the equipment in a specified range and time. So I have made you understand about what is linear topology, the topology in which the nodes are linearly connected with each other. So I was teaching you what is linear topology. Let me take a pointer. This is linear topology, where in linear topology nodes are connected serially with each other except the last node at both ends. Means in this network, in both the ends, whatever nodes or computer will be there, except those, all the computers will be connected with each other. If the entire network fails, if any node within the network breaks down, means it is dependent upon even a single network. It's not like that it's needed to be that all the nodes will be disconnected, then only the network will be failing. If even a single node will be failed, then the entire network will collapse back together. So here you can see this is the linear topology. Here we have a switch. Here you can see this is a switch, this is a connecting device. Then we have a server, then we have a router. Then here we have a printer and this is the internet. So you can see in linear topology the nodes are connected serially with each other. And even this network will collapse or this, then this network will break down. Now what is the bus topology? Each node in the network is connected in a single common communication line referred to as bus. In bus topology, there is a single common communication line, that is the bus. Bus network is the simplest way to connect multiple clients. In bus topology, multiple clients will be connected with each other. You can see this is the bus topology where there through a single network all the computers are connected. This is the single network through which all the computers are connected. That is the bus topology. In star topology, the computers are not directly connected to each other but are connected through a centralized network component which is called a hub. There is a hub at the central point which acts as a central controller. That's why it is called star topology. So in star topology, there is a central hub or connector which controls the entire network. If data is sent from one node to another node, it can be sent only through the hub. So this question you might get in your examination, that through which device we can send data in star topology. So if we want to send the data, then we have to send the data through the hub, and hub is the central controller. So what are the things you need to remember in star topology? First one is, in star topology all the devices are connected through a star and the through like a star, and in the central point there will be a controller and that controller will be a hub, and if the data sent from one node to another, it is sent through the hub. Here the whole network does not fail if any of the network is not working. Means if any of the network is not working, still the network will be reliable and the network will not collapse. So that is star topology. You can see we have a star, we have a collection of nodes, collection of computers connected with each other. In the centralized point we have a hub. Now star topology, you know that in networking we are using lots of communication devices. That is the main thing to understand in the concept of networking, that in star topology using switch, and you know that a switch is a communication device. Here you can see this computer is acting as a sender. This is a data stream. Data stream means this is through which the data is flowing. This is a switch, and Switch is a controller. Switch is a connector between this node and these nodes. These all the three nodes are connected to a switch, and through this will be a server. And here you can see data received, no data received. If data will be received, then there is a tick sign, and if no data is received. So a switch acts as a connector between a server and multiple clients in case of star topology. Ring topology. It combines the characteristics of linear bus and star topology. So if the question will be there, which topology is combination of linear bus and star topology? It will be ring topology. It consists of group of network connected to a bus or cable. In ring topology, we will understand the concept of bus and cable also. The topology allow easy expansion of an existing network. Now this is the ring topology. You can see all the nodes are connected in a link, connected like a ring. Now what is a mesh topology? In this topology, each link has a point-to-point link to every other node. Messages sent on mesh topology can take any of the possible path from source to destination. I will be showing you the diagram of mesh topology where you will see that all the nodes will be connected through each and every node, and a node can take network from any of the connected computers. Though it looks jumbled, it enables faster flow of data in comparison to other topologies. So you can see mesh topology where all the computers are connected with all the other computers, means this computer can get data from all these computers, and this computer can get data from all these computers. That is mesh topology. Now, terminologies of internet, that is the internet, is a wide area network. Whenever we are giving the example of wide area network, then it is the internet only. We have, you know, that local area network, metropolitan area network, and wide area network. Where in wide area network, millions of computers are connected with each other to share some information, data, graphics, sound, and software. And it is called network of network. You can see when millions of computers, you can see here we have the diagram of earth, means all the nodes are connected around the world. That is the internet. It is the fastest. When you will get the question what is the advantage of network internet, then this will be it is the fastest, easiest, cheapest way to transfer or share data around the world. It provides access to communication services and information resources to millions of computers around the globe, and it is also global network of computer. Now, what are other terms related to internet? First one is hypertext. It refers to the word or phrase of text that can be linked to another document or text on a web. When we are studying hypertext markup language, that is HTML, then it is a combination of lots of words, phrase of text. What is a hyperlink? Hyperlink is a URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator. It is a link which upon which we will click, then we will be redirected to some another web page, to a resource to which hyperlink direct to access. Hyperlink enable to navigate between pages. You can see one pages, we can give the link, and when we will click on the link, then we will be redirected to other part of the web page. Now there is a link. A network connected more than two devices through a link. HTML, you know that it is a markup language which is used to design a web page. What is a web page? Is the electronic document that is contained in a website. What is a web page? Web page may be retrieved from a local host computer or from a remote computer with the help of internet. Local host computer means where we don't need internet to execute. Means where in the address bar, if we will write localhost, then also the page will execute. Whereas in remote computer, we'll need different kind of software to get access of the remote computer. Nowadays we have a very popular software, that is AnyDesk. And nowadays there is news that AnyDesk is also not secure to operate the confidential information. Web page are requested and served from web server using the protocol like HTTP. And you know that HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And I have explained you many times that there is a request and response cycle going on between the client and the server. HTTP request and HTTP response. And cookie is a file which helps to maintain the request and response cycle between the client and the server. Now web page may consist of static page which are stored within file system of the web server, or a dynamic page which contains runtime nature, that is which facilitate online data transformation. Dynamic page, when you will be working on ASP.NET, that is active server page, then you can create a dynamic page. Whereas whenever you will be working on HTML, then you can be able to create a static page. Web page may contain information in the form of text, image, picture, sound, audio and video. Now what is a website? Is a collection of one or more web page that display information with the help of a web browser. What is a web browser? It is an application software which is used to open a web page. Now website is also the location on the web page that display information. Here you can see if we want to locate any web page, then we will be using website. It is similar to book that contains chapters in the form of web page. And the first page of the website is called the home page. Whenever any software developer used to design a web page, then the first page is the home page. Wherever user will click on any link and he will be redirected to another page, means a home page will be the combination of all the other pages. The page of a website are linked with one another. Websites are hosted on a web server on a rental basis by internet service provider. You know that we have many internet service ISP companies are there like Jio, BSNL, which are providing services through which we are able to operate the internet. Every website is provided with a unique name and can be owned by any of the individuals, agencies, or companies. Now, what are the web servers? It is a main computer or server that links or stores content of the different website. So there will be question that which is the main computer or server that links or stores content of different website, that will be the web server. And there will be question like what is the difference between server and a web server. Web server provide data and information through the network of internet, and it is a computer that stores data and runs software that are designed to send web pages in file format when requested by the web server browser. Another point, it is of large storage capacity that can store data, and a high speed processor execute the instruction very fast. You know the definition of the processor, that processor has a high storage and high processing capability. For example, Apache, OpenResty and Azure of Microsoft. Nowadays, Azure of Microsoft is giving certification to many students and many working professionals regarding some website portals and some languages. Now, what are the web browsers? It is as I told you earlier only, that it is an application software that help a user to open different website and display web page. The user requests to open a web page from a web server with the help of web browser. After receiving the request through the web browser, the web server make it available for web browser to display page. Here we HTTP protocol will work. In computer network, there are different protocols which are working on different sections of the different components of the internet. Web browsers get upgraded time to time. Now, what is a web address? It helps to find a particular address. It is a name for identifying a website on internet. Now, what is domain name system? Very important. It is a text-based addressing system on internet. Internet service providers. These are the companies which provide individual and organization access to the internet and other related service known as ISP. Some ISPs are BSNL, Jio and Airtel. Modem stands for modulator demodulator. It is a hardware device that connects a computer or a router to a broadband network. So it connects the router also. Modem connects the router also to a broadband network. For example, when we want to set up a LAN network in our organization, then we are setting a modem through a router. When sending a signal, the device converts digital data to analog audio signal and transmit it over a telephone line. Similarly, when an analog signal is received, the modem converts it back to the digital signal. So modem not only convert analog to digital and digital to analog, but it also transmit the signal over a telephone line. Now, what is the IP address? It stands for Internet Protocol. Each and every computer is having an IP address. It is a unique numerical identifier for every device or network that connect to the internet. It can be either static or dynamic. There are two versions of IP address that are commonly used on the internet: 32-bit, that is IPv4, and 64-bit, that is IPv6. What is 32 and 64-bit? When you purchase a new laptop, then you have a Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 10. So we have different processors. Some processor earlier it was 32-bit, and nowadays every processor is of 64-bit. Now, what is Uniform Resource Locator? It is the unique address or location of the web page. You know that a web portal or a web address has collection of websites. So there should be some unique address through which we can get a web page. It identifies the location on the internet. Web browser utilize URL to open or retrieve files on internet. Format of URL. What is the format of URL? This question used to come in the board examination. The first part of the URL indicates the protocol being used, which tells the browser what type of server it is connected to. And every time it is HTTP, that is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The second part is a fully qualified domain name that defines the web address. The third part is a path name that refers to the location of file. And the path name is always preceded by a single slash, which is called backslash, after the domain name. Fourth part is the name of the file extension. So you have to learn four basic things here. Is that the URL is the combination of four components. First part is the protocol which tells the browser what type of server it is connected to. Second part is the fully qualified domain name that defines the web address. Third part is the path name that refers to the location of the file. Fourth part is the name of the file extension. For example, we have the extension ASP.NET, AJSP.NET, we have the extension .odd. So these were some terminologies we have to understand whenever we are dealing with internet, and these are very important equally for 6, 7, 8, 9, and for 10th also for board examination. And these questions are also coming in competitive examination also. So I hope you like it. Thank you very much.